Welcome to the Healthy Future Vision channel. Happy to share with you. Hello everyone, I've been practicing medicine for over 30 years and have walked alongside countless people as they move past the age of 50. I understand that feeling when night falls, the room grows quiet and dark, yet you lie awake tossing and turning, or when you wake up feeling tired, with stiff joints and a bit of breathlessness. Many people believe that it's just a natural part of getting older. But in truth, sometimes even the simplest habit can bring about remarkable changes. Today I want to share with you one such habit. It's a warm cup of clove water at night. Sounds simple, doesn't it? I was once skeptical too, until I witnessed the benefits in my patients and in myself. I remember Helen, a longtime patient of mine, 67 years old, who often struggled with sleepless nights and discomfort after dinner. We tried many things, adjusting her diet, practicing breathing exercises before bed. Then one day I suggested she try adding a warm cup of clove water before bedtime. Not a medication, just an ancient spice that people have used for centuries. 2 weeks later, she returned with a gentle smile and said, "Doctor, I sleep more easily now, and in the morning my stomach feels so much lighter." How could this happen? Cloves contain a compound called eugenol, a natural substance that helps calm the nervous system and soothes the subtle anxieties that keep us awake at night. It also supports digestion, reduces inflammation, and as many studies suggest, even helps protect the heart, the liver, and may strengthen our bones. I like to call it the quiet companion of aging, not loud or dramatic, but steadily supportive as we rest. When you drink a warm cup of clove water at night, you're sending your body a message. It's time to rest and to heal. At night, the body naturally shifts into a state of repair and recovery. Adding a little clove, with its antioxidant power, is like giving your body an extra pair of hands to clear away the small damages that build up through the day. I know many of us have become accustomed to relying on medication. I'm not saying this cup replaces your medication, but I believe, as modern science also affirms, that combining natural approaches, from diet and movement to sleep habits, can build a stronger foundation for health, especially in our later years. Have you ever woken up with stiff knees, an aching back, and thought, "I wish I could feel young again"? Or perhaps you've worried when your doctor told you your blood sugar is creeping up or your blood pressure isn't as steady as it used to be. I've met many patients like that, and I always remind them, sometimes we don't need a big miracle, just small, consistent habits. It's like planting a tree. You don't see it grow day by day, but years later you sit in its shade. A nightly cup of clove water is much the same, gentle, steady, and unassuming. Remember, if you'd like to try, start slowly. A small cup at night, warm water, and you can add a spoonful of honey if the taste feels too strong. And be sure to talk with your doctor if you're on medication or have chronic conditions. The most important thing isn't just the biological benefit, but the feeling that you're caring for yourself in a gentle, mindful way. At this age, we no longer chase quick changes. We seek steadiness, peace, and a body that listens to us. I invite you tonight, before turning off the lights, to lift a warm cup of clove water, breathe out slowly, and ask yourself, have I truly allowed my body to rest? Perhaps in that simple moment, you'll feel a difference, not only in your sleep, but in the way you treat yourself. Perhaps we should begin with the heart, the organ I believe everyone over 50 cares deeply about. Clove water has an interesting connection with the heart. Over many years of practice, I've met countless patients with high blood pressure and poor circulation. I remember James, a 72-year-old patient, who often told me that climbing just a few steps left him breathless. We treated him with medication, but I also encouraged him to add the habit of drinking a warm cup of clove water each evening. It wasn't an instant miracle, but after a few months, along with a better diet and gentle walks, his blood pressure stabilized, and he himself felt lighter and more at ease. Science explains this. Eugenol and flavonoids in cloves help relax blood vessels, improve circulation, and ease the heart's workload. Next, I want to talk about sleep, something many of us begin to lose after 50. I myself went through a period of insomnia after retiring, waking up at midnight to the ticking of the clock. A colleague suggested I try drinking clove water before bed. At first I laughed, thinking, how could a simple spice help me sleep? But to my surprise, I found my mind calmer, less restless. There's a reason for this. Eugenol in cloves calms the nervous system, helps the brain shift into a relaxed state, and also reduces inflammation, a common disruptor of sleep. When talking about health in midlife, we cannot overlook the liver. The liver is like a silent laborer, tirelessly filtering out toxins day and night. A weary liver can drag the whole body down. I once treated Linda, a retired school teacher who had taken pain medication for many years, overworking her liver. When we adjusted her medication and added a nightly cup of warm clove water, her liver enzyme levels gradually improved. Research has shown that eugenol helps protect liver cells and supports their regeneration. Sometimes the body just needs a little timely support. And then there's chronic inflammation, what I often call the silent fire within the body. Many cases of joint pain, backache, and even persistent fatigue are linked to inflammation. An elderly patient once told me, I just don't have the strength to endure these aches anymore. I suggested she add a nightly cup of clove water alongside her prescribed therapies. After a few months, she reported that her joint pain was no longer as severe. Not a miracle, but clearly adding anti-inflammatory nutrients like eugenol to her routine made a difference. As we age, our digestive system becomes more sensitive. I've seen many people over 60 suffer from bloating and indigestion after just one heavy dinner. Clove water gently aids digestion. It stimulates enzymes that break down food and has mild antibacterial effects that keep the gut healthier. I often tell my patients the story of my own father. He loved grilled meat, but after 70 often suffered from indigestion. When he adopted the habit of drinking a cup of clove water after dinner, his stomach felt much more comfortable. When it comes to protecting the body, I value clove's natural antibacterial properties. Many studies show that eugenol can inhibit the growth of common harmful bacteria. No one would claim that drinking clove water alone can prevent infections, but I believe it acts as a quiet gatekeeper, adding resilience to the body. One thing few people notice is clove's antioxidant strength. We've all heard the term free radicals, those troublemakers that speed up cell aging. At night, as the body moves into repair mode, antioxidants in cloves, like vitamin C, vitamin E, flavonoids, and eugenol, assist in this self-healing process. I often tell my patients, nighttime is when the body mends invisible tears. Why not give it a few better tools to do that? For those who struggle with breathing issues, especially nighttime coughs or mild bronchitis, I recommend adding this habit. One of my patients, Daniel, 68, often suffered from a dry nighttime cough that disrupted his sleep. After combining medical treatment with a nightly cup of warm clove water, he said his airways felt softer and less irritated. Science supports this. Eugenol and flavonoids help reduce inflammation in the respiratory lining and may soothe mild coughing. We should also remember that aging often comes with weaker bones. Osteoporosis doesn't happen overnight. It develops over time. Recent studies show that cloves contain compounds that can support bone-building cells and slow bone loss. I remember Marie, a woman in her 70s who came to me concerned about brittle bones. I not only prescribed calcium supplements, but also encouraged her to add the habit of drinking clove water. It's not a replacement for medical treatment, but it serves as a natural support, helping bones receive stronger regenerative signals. Many are surprised when I mention oral health. In fact, cloves have long been used in dentistry for their antibacterial and pain-relieving properties. Some of my patients like to rinse their mouths with diluted clove water before bed, and they notice reduced gum swelling and fresher breath. As we age, maintaining oral health is crucial because it directly affects nutrition and quality of life. Then there are those who come to me concerned about their skin. Aging often makes the skin less elastic and more prone to redness and irritation. I often encourage them to focus on diet and sleep, and sometimes to include clove water as part of their routine. With its anti-inflammatory properties and vitamin C content, clove water isn't an expensive cosmetic, but it helps from within to support skin elasticity and overall health. Finally, but just as important, is the story of blood sugar. In middle and later life, many of us face the risk of prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Research suggests that eugenol in cloves can improve insulin sensitivity and help stabilize blood sugar. I often tell my patients there is no magic drink that can replace a healthy lifestyle, but each small, wise habit is like a brick laid in the foundation of your health. What I want to emphasize through these stories is that we're not searching for a mystical cure, but for small, consistent habits. A warm cup of clove water before bedtime is not meant to replace medication or medical advice, but it can become a powerful support, bringing a sense of peace and self-care from within. As I share these benefits, what matters most is faith in the body's natural ability to heal itself. At 50, 60, or 70, we can still plant seeds of better health. And sometimes those seeds come from the simplest things, like a cup of clove water you drink each night before closing the day. Perhaps as you hear me talk about this cup of clove water, you might think, is that all? Can it really make a difference? I understand that feeling. In more than 30 years of practicing medicine, I've learned that lasting change rarely begins with something grand. It often begins with the smallest choices, like deciding each evening to reach for a warm cup of clove water instead of another coffee or a glass of wine. The magic does not lie in that spice as some kind of miracle drug. It lies in the patience and trust you place in the habit of caring for yourself. Each night you drink that cup, you're reminding yourself, I deserve to be cared for. I can give my body the chance to rest and to heal. I have witnessed many patients find relief through such simple habits. Helen finally slept better after years of insomnia. James felt his heart grow stronger, and many others realized they could take an active role in improving their health rather than relying only on prescriptions. And what about you? Have you ever wished to wake up one morning with less fatigue, less aching in your joints, and a clearer mind? Are you willing to give yourself the chance to try a simple habit that could bring you so many good things? I am not suggesting you replace your medical treatment with clove water, but I invite you to start with one small action tonight. Prepare a pot of warm water, drop in a few cloves, let them infuse, and before bed, sip it slowly. See how your body responds. If you are taking medication or have a chronic condition, talk with your doctor before you begin. Caring for your health is a journey that requires the cooperation of modern medicine and safe natural practices. I believe that no matter what age we are, we can start anew. It's never too late to plant new seeds for health and peace of mind. Safe usage guide. Recipe: 4 to 5 whole cloves plus 2 cups of water. Simmer gently for 15 to 20 minutes. Let it cool to a warm, drinkable temperature. Drink only 1 cup in the evening before bedtime. Do not exceed 2 cups per day. Avoid overuse. It's advisable to consult your doctor if you have chronic conditions or are taking medications. If you find today's story helpful, please click like so we know you care. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the upcoming stories, where we learn together to care for our bodies naturally, gently, and steadily. And don't forget to share this video with your friends or loved ones. Perhaps one small habit can help them sleep better and feel healthier too. Let's create a community of people who listen to their bodies, cherish life's simple things, and grow older together, healthier and at peace. Tonight, before you close a long day, I invite you to raise a warm cup of clove water, smile, and say to yourself, my body deserves to be cared for. Thank you for spending this time with me. I look forward to seeing you again in the next stories about health and life, where we continue to explore simple yet powerful ways to live well.